Hello everyone, welcome to ServiceNow 911. In today's video, we are continuing the series of asset management, and today we are going to discuss an important topic, which is models. This model is very important because it is a kind of fundamental or very basic thing which you have to understand before go into this ServiceNow asset management. It is applicable for every type of asset, means software, hardware, product, catalog, and everything. Okay, so make sure you understand and watch the video till the end. Let me share my screen and show you. So first of all, let's go into the PDI. So this is my PDI, you know it, right? And here we have all the assets. And at this point, you see hardware asset. Let me open this. So in this, you see these are the asset tags. Okay, what is an asset tag? You know it already. Each asset have certain kind of unique number. It's a kind of identifier. Okay, and then we have this model. So let me open this model. So this model is under CMDB hardware product model table. Okay, it means it is a part of product model, or product model is a kind of parent to this particular table. So what kind of information it is holding? A model is holding a kind of manufacturer, the name of that particular product, and some short description. One important thing is model category. We will learn about it. Okay. The model number, the barcode, what is the status, okay, certain other general information, and then you see various other informations, configuration items as well. Okay. So now, first of all, let's go to the product catalog. So this is the product catalog, and we have here product models, and you see all type of models are here. So it means this model has very much importance, and for many type of assets or many type of documents and etc. records, we are having models like contract models are there, facility models are there, hardware model, service model, software model, application model, and n number of models. So these are out of box, but you can create your own models as well. Okay. So what this signifies? So when we talk about hardware, if you see there are n number of hardwares available in a company. When we talk about software, n number of softwares are available, thousands, okay, lakhs even. When we talk about contracts, n number of contracts are available. Now let me go to my document. It is a place where you define the fixed detail of a device type. Okay, so in ServiceNow, this is a place where we keep model information that help in asset tracking, lifecycle planning, and reporting. So hardware model represent a specific type or version of a hardware. One model can be used for many physical assets. So now what is a model? So you see here, it is a type of placeholder for a particular device type. Okay, it is keeping certain fixed details of a particular device type. For example, if we go here, you see these all are the models. Okay, but this is a hardware table. In hardware table, we have the information of an asset. If I open this one, what you will see, this is the information of an asset. It means this asset has been assigned to someone. It means this asset is having its configuration item, operational detail, and so on. Okay. You see, this is assigned to Miranda. This asset is in use, and this is the asset tag. It is a class hardware. It is on certain fields are not available. This is the serial number. It means this is a particular kind of hardware, right? Which is being assigned or handed over to someone. But if we talk about this model, so this model is having all these details and it is attached to that particular asset. It means this model holds certain information with respect to the asset. Okay. And this information is very fixed information, which we do not want to attach to the asset in every record. Why? Because it creates confusion. Why? Because the person who is, creating the asset, anyone like support desk person or anyone who is creating the asset has to inform, has to add all this information which is fixed again and again. Okay. So in that case, it will increase the labor, it will increase the time, and definitely it is very much prone to the what? Errors. Because if I ask you 10 different people to write same thing, obviously they are not going to write the same thing exactly the same. Means this is the model, okay? So this is the display name, or let's say this is the name. One person will write MacBook Pro 15-inch. Somebody will write MacBook 15-inch. Another agent will write Pro MacBook 15-inch. Okay, so this is just a simple example. By creating model, ServiceNow has tried to avoid all such confusions, all such delays, all such errors. So it is purely being created by ServiceNow. This model thing is very, very important because it is giving uniformity here. You see, this is the detail, right? All these are the assets. All these have certain ownership information, okay? Operational information and some other information, but the information which is fixed is stored in a model. So a model is created, and against that model you have created n number of assets, and you just have to attach that model with that particular asset tag, or sorry, with that particular asset. So if I group by this in this particular table, group by model, you can see with respect to model there are n number of assets. With Acme Corporation BGM775, we have 4 assets. So how easy for us to do a kind of tracking and reporting here. Otherwise, all the information which is stored in this model will be written to these particular records, and it will be a nightmare that time. Okay. So this is how the model helps. Okay. So here, these all are the products, right? Apple iMac 27-inch, Apple MacBook Air 13-inch. Okay, so these all are what? These all are the hardware products. Okay, so these all are the products. So whenever you have a product under particular category, under particular, let's say hardware or software, wherever model applicable, you just have to create a model of that particular product. Okay, and then attach the asset with that particular model. Okay, so let's say in my company, I have a new MacBook 15-inch. So for that, I will create a MacBook 15-inch model. Okay, and then I have 10 units of that MacBook. So I will assign that or give that MacBook to the people in my company, to my employees, one by one. Okay, so now I have 10 MacBooks. For those 10 MacBooks, I am storing all the details of ownership, of operations, everything. And for all those 10 MacBooks, I have one model which I have created, and that is linked to those particular assets. So in case in future, if I want to see, okay, this particular MacBook is assigned to how many number of people, I just need to go and open my model and see all the, kind of assets which are associated with that model. This is just a simple example, but with this, imagine lakhs and lakhs of device types. So that is helping there in tracking, in managing, and in every way. Okay, so now let's go to the document. Apart from this, there are a number of things which you can discuss, which you can do with respect to model, that we are going to discuss now. So what is a model? What is the use of model? You now know. Okay, I have given you the example how to create a model. So you just have to come here, click on whatever model you want. These are the hardware models. You just need to click on new, okay, and add your model. All this information are applicable to the models. You just have to create it, and then that's it. Okay. So this is how we create a model. Very simple. But what other information a particular model stores? This is the manufacturer. Who is the manufacturer of that model? This is the name. This is the short description, along with that model number. Okay. So these are what? A very simple details of a particular model. And then we have model behavior. So in this, we have model category. Okay. So this model category tells ServiceNow which category this model belongs to. Okay. So now we talked about already this, right? We talked, this is a hardware, but under hardware, which category it belongs? So it belongs to a computer. So just ignore this computer room. By mistake, somebody have added this. Even I think I have added. Okay. So this is a simple computer. So this model category is important. If you look at this message, okay, this is the model category which decides what will happen when an asset of this particular model is created. Will it create a CI or not? Okay, and vice versa. How? Let me show you that. So let's go to the model categories here. These are the model categories. Open it. So if I find computer, so you see here under computer we have two things, CI class and asset class. So right now CI class is computer and asset class is hardware. Okay, so in case if you create an asset under hardware with this model category, a CI will be created automatically. And vice versa. If you create a CI with computer, an asset will be created in hardware automatically. Okay. This is what the model category defines here. So for every category, you have something like this. If you see computer room here, we do not have an asset, right? So that means if you create a CI, no asset will be created. Okay. So this is how you can go and check. Okay. At the very basic level, this is how the setup and the use of model category. Along with model category, there is one more field which is asset tracking strategy. So this is something that can override what I have told here. Okay. What I have told you in this particular model category. So what it is saying, it has three values. Leave to the category. It means I am saying that whenever there is an asset created with respect to this model, leave it to the category. It means I am going by default. Okay. Whatever the category setting is having, things will be like that only. But if I create or if I do this, don't create an asset. So in this case, what will happen? Things get override. It means if you create a CI, no asset will be created. Although the model category is saying that, but it is overriding. So the value of asset tracking strategy is a kind of overriding thing based on the model category. Okay. And if I select this, then it will create a consumable asset. So these are the three out of box things. So based on that, uh, these things are happening. Okay. So this is the relationship of model category, asset tracking strategy, and the models. Okay. So I hope you get it. Let's go to the document. So asset tracking strategy is done. Asset tracking unit tells ServiceNow how the asset is counted. Okay, this is also important. Where is it? This is the one. So that is used for a kind of licensing. Okay, so it has many values. You can see, or not many, two values, individual unit or fixed fee. So individual unit means, let's say you have 10 assets. So licensing or asset counting will be 10 assets, but based on fixed fee. So let's say I am giving you some subscription kind of thing. Okay. Under that subscription, you can take n number of assets. So it is like that only. Okay. So after this, financial details, acquisition methods. So very simple, right? Whether it is bought or leased. Okay. Then we have cost, then we have depreciation. You know what is depreciation. So all these things are handled here itself. No need to go to the asset record. Okay. Hardware model is going to tackle all these things by itself. Physical or technical information. Obviously, this is an asset. It's a device type, but again, this device type is having all the physical values, right? So that you can add in this. Okay, all these values you can add, very self-explanatory. After that, we have how model category and model work together. I told you already, model category decide the general rule. I told you what is that rule, right? You can easily go to a model category table, open that particular category, and you can see the rule, asset and CI, same rule, right? Okay, so model is the exact product type inside that rule. Okay, example, this is the category and this is the model. What asset tracking strategy does? Oh, you know already what is the asset uh, tracking strategy. I already told you. What is the useful life? You see, this is the useful life, right? So obviously every product has some useful life. After that, if it is working, then fine. But people generally know that this is how, or this is the time where the warranty works, a kind of thing. You can, modify the definition accordingly. So you know what is a useful life. Then we have the life cycle data. This is a kind of self-explanatory. Okay. Next is what happened when you create a model. So what happened here? ServiceNow store that model in that particular hardware model table. It uses the chosen model category. It applies the asset tracking strategy. It keeps the basic identity, cost, and life cycle tracking data together. Okay. Later, asset based on this model can inherit the model details. Very simple. Already discussed. Why this matters? Because I told you it keeps the asset data clean and consistent. I told you with a very good example. It makes the reporting easier. It helps in refreshing the planning. Obviously, it helps in lifecycle control. It reduce the confusion. Okay. So now let me go to the PDI and show you this particular thing on the demo creation of asset and CI based on the model category. So this is my model category here. Okay. The model category is Linux. It is having CI class as Linux table and asset class as hardware. Okay, so it means category is saying whenever one is created, second will be created automatically. This is one of the model that is using that particular model category. Okay, and it is IRIS 5875 and its asset tracking is leave to category, means according to category. So now let's go to first of all hardware asset table. Let me create an asset here, hardware, model category, Linux server, right? And model is Iris. Remember, provide some asset tag and some serial number. Whatever, it's just a dummy thing, okay? Okay, so that's it. We just need to test it. Okay, now let me save it. Before that, check out the configuration item. It is empty. You see here, automatically the CI is created here. Okay, so now let me test one more time. Now let me go to Linux table and create a CI there. This is Linux server. Open it. Click on new. Provide one name here. Test 23. Now simply the model, which is Iris 5875. That's it. This is enough. Now click on save. Look at the asset. It is not created yet because it will take some time. There is some job which is running, and obviously this is a kind of demo. It will take few minutes. I'll show you, just be on the screen. Let me reload. So finally, after waiting for 10 minutes, the associated asset is created for you. So this is live testing. Okay. So what I will do now, I will come to this hardware model and update the asset tracking thing here. Don't create assets. Okay. Now save it. Okay. So now if I go again to the Linux table and create test, not create. Okay. And here select the same model. Nothing will happen. Okay. If we save it, let's wait for some time, but it will not create. That is for sure. Okay. Okay. I have already tested it here. You can see various testing is done by me. So after proper testing, I am coming to you. Okay. So I think this is it. Okay. I will again show you tomorrow or in the next video whether there is any asset created with it or not. Okay. There is one more thing. If you open the model category, there is a field known as and for CI verification. So when this one is true, in this case also the system will not create an asset. Okay, you can see the message. When true, the system does not create an asset. Okay, in the selected class. So there will be no creation of asset in this case also. So if you want, you can read more about it and understand it properly. Okay, so this is, we are not going so much in deep so that everyone of us will get confused. Okay, I am giving you very bare minimum, which is important, by which you can add certain values to your current organization. Okay, so this is it about models. I will come up with next video soon with respect to hardware asset management, a new topic with proper explanation and proper demo. Okay, so stay connected, subscribe to the channel, look out for my Udemy courses. Thank you so much. Bye bye.